that if we take into consideration the last diplomatic talks, Algeria is always looking for diplomacy talks, either for Ukraine or even for Russia. They are not looking forward to help any side, as well as China. So Algeria has lived the same situation with the neighboring country, Morocco. The situation that happened, just they cut diplomatic ties with the country. There is nothing happened with the military operation. So taking into consideration what you have just said, I must say that Russia and USA, they are considered as the biggest armies in the world. So the only thing they react with is military operation. Do you agree with that, Mr. Howley?
Well, let me say something about this analogy with Morocco or Libya. If Libya had weapons being placed on the border of Algeria or within reach of Algeria and was shelling Algerian cities as the Ukrainian army was shelling cities in Lugansk and Donetsk, then there would be a very different situation. I think it's completely wrong to say that this is unprovoked. There have been 14,000 people killed in the Donbass, the majority of them citizens of the Donbass who are of Russian ethnic origin. And this is what caused Putin to react. And the Russian attempt to protect those people was very patient. The Minsk Accord was signed in 2015, in which the Ukrainian government signed it, committing itself to negotiate with the people of the Donbass for limited autonomy and taking away the anti-Russian measures. The Kiev government refused to do that. That's 8 years, 8 years of shelling and so on. And one other point on the destruction of the Ukrainian economy, I would argue the Ukrainian economy has been destroyed even worse since 2014 by the International Monetary Fund, which came in with its so-called liberal reforms and increased the poverty in Ukraine dramatically to the point that the per capita GDP is lower today than it was in 1991. So the question of the Western model for Ukraine has been a disaster for Ukraine.